Chidi.
So this one.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Chidi, again for this opportunity. I really appreciate it, and then I think that it will go places. Some of the things we discussed today,
Yes.
we touch hearts, we touch souls, and we'll also help people in their relationship going forward. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys. That was Engineer Anthony. I had to drag him to this, but you can see it was worth it. He had a lot to share with us. And Angela, I want to thank you for coming. You're definitely one of our speakers for next year, for sure. One thing I wanted to contribute to the question about, what the traditional marriage, whether you think we should encourage the diaspora to adopt it and make it more relevant in what we're doing. I 100% say yes. Let me tell you about a particular aspect that makes me say yes. Like Tony said, in the context of African marriage, it is not the man and the wife that are getting married. It is families that are getting married. When you're marrying the wife, you are marrying into the family. So the reason why they stress you, they investigate you, they research all of that, you see, that creates a solid support system. Right away, when you get married and your wife, what the family of the husband are trying to communicate to the wife when they say it's not him that is marrying you, it is us. What they're trying to show you, the wife, is to put you in a state where you don't think that it's just between me and this man, and whatever this man does, he can get away with it. The uncles, what they tell the wife is, they say, look at this young man. He is our boy. He listens to us. We own him. Don't be afraid of him. We are the ones that are going to take care of you. If he ever does anything, we're just a call away. We'll come and deal with him. So it makes the wife have more confidence, and it reduces all this personal abuse, because when the man remembers that if he does anything to this wife, there is a whole community that's going to come again, and they actually do it. When the wife complains to the uncles will come and deal with the man. So I think some of it should be brought in. This situation where in the diaspora, a man just meets, couples just meet each other and just marry each other, that's what leads to, when something is happening, there's nobody to run to. You don't have a support system. But when your community is part of it, they know you, they monitor you. If they look at your wife and they think she's not happy, somebody will call you and say, I saw your wife and she's not looking happy. Then you realize that you just can't make her angry in the house and expect that it will end there. There's somebody that's going to ask you a question. So I think it is very, very vital that we don't let those parts of our tradition just disappear. All this using modernity to say, you just see somebody, you kneel down, you give them a ring, then you go and inform your parents that, hey dad, I'm engaged. Engaged to who? How? When did it happen? We don't even know anything about them. All right. So our last speaker for the day is going to be someone I've known for a long time. My boss and my co-conspirator and partner in crime, Architect Dr. Erica Nwanyanwu. Let's put our hands together for her. If you guys don't clap enough, I'm not guaranteeing my meal this evening, so please clap. I know you're tired, you've been standing to do the recording and other things, but you can make it.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Just give me 1 second. Today I'll be speaking about what we African parents expect from our children in diaspora when going into relationships, especially when it's leading to serious relationships like marriage. Sorry, I'll be reading most of what I wrote out. African parents generally see marriage as more than the union of two individuals. In many African cultures, marriage brings together two families, two backgrounds, and two communities. So when our kids in diaspora enter relationships that may lead to marriage, we as the parents, we always have certain cultural expectations. And it doesn't matter that we are here and things are a little bit better. I mean, a little bit different from when we're back home. Now, we as African parents expect our children to choose partners that have good character, beauty and education, and financial, status is important, but respect, honesty, responsibility, kindness, and ability to build a peaceful home is considered even much more important. Also, we also look at the religious part. The religious part plays a lot of a role in this too. Most times, if like we're Christians, and we will hope that our kids, have relationships with fellow Christians. This is for a reason. It makes things a little bit easier. They're on the same frequency, so that's what we expect. Another thing is that we expect to be told, we expect to be informed of these relationships. We don't, we have a daughter and a son. I don't want them playing hide and seek. You're going out with someone. Be open to your mom and your dad. Let us know. That way we can protect you. That way we can guide you. Don't go doing hide and seek, with your partner, and something happens, you get into trouble. We're there for you. That's why we're your parents. We want you to be transparent with us, be open with us, and tell us, hey, mom, I think I'm going to go into a serious relationship with this person, or this person is my friend. We've been friends for this long. We think we want to go to the next level. We expect that from you. Now, this doesn't mean that we as parents should control the relationship or choose the spouse. Just like my brother, the engineer, said, here it's a little bit different. We have to be careful, what we impose, or how we want to channel the relationships. Back home is totally different, but here, life is different, and the kids are different. They think different from us, so we have to be careful. So you don't want to chase your kid away. Or they know you're going to do something, or you're going to say no, or you're going to be hard, and then they just veer off completely. Now, many parents feel hurt and upset when they're introduced only after every major decision has already been made. This is what I was saying. When my son comes to me and tell me, let me leave him, let me go to my daughter. If my daughter comes to me and says, oh, mommy, I'm engaged, and she's showing me a ring, I'm like, what? Where? How? You didn't carry us from the first time. We don't even know who the guy is. We don't know nothing about him, and you just come and say I'm engaged. That doesn't happen. That's not really right. We want to be carried along right from day one. Our daughter, we have only one daughter, and she's like a precious jewel. So we guard her, we want to protect her. Same thing with our son. So we expect that from our kids, to be really transparent with us, and we will guide them. Early communication helps us as parents feel respected and gives both families an opportunity to know one another. It is very, very important. When we get to know the family of whoever you're dating, whether you guys are serious or not, it plays a major role. You know, it keeps, it kind of causes of some checks and balances, and you know, makes both of you have regard for each other than playing the hide and seek thing. Another thing, we as parents expect our children to remember their cultural identity. We are Igbos and we want our kids to know that they are Igbo. Don't ever forget that. And we hope that even as they get married, they still pass on this culture to their children and their children's children. Living in diaspora exposes young children to different cultures and lifestyles, which can be very positive. However, we as parents hope that important values such as respect for elders, commitment to family, hospitality, responsibility, and community will not be completely abandoned because they're here. So we don't want you guys to forget who you are, where you're coming from. You're Igbo children, you're from Igbo background, you have Igbo cultures. You should know all that, stick to most of it, and also pass it down to your children. It's very, very important. Don't ever forget where you're coming from. Don't you ever do that. We as parents expect our children to understand that marriage requires preparation. Love is important, but couples must always also discuss their finances, faith, children they plan to have, career, household responsibilities, cultural differences, and relationships with the extended family. This conversation should happen before marriage, not after serious problems begin inside the marriage. At the same time, we as African parents must recognize that our children are growing up in a different environment. Young adults in the diaspora may have different ideas about dating, gender roles, engagement, wedding tradition, and personal boundaries. Parents, we parents, must learn to listen without immediately judging or rejecting what they do not understand. Finally, or well, not finally, the best approach is balance. Balance between the children and the parents. Children should respect their parents and should also respect their cultural heritage, while parents should respect the maturity, freedom, and personal choices of their adult children. Culture should provide guidance and not become a weapon of